Karen Newman with the national anthems. Game 1, the Flames, the Wings. Enjoy.
Starting lineup for your Detroit Red Wings. In goal, number 39, Dominic Hasek. On the bench, number 9, Danny Markov. On defense, number 5, Nicholas Lynch. The Canadian and the U.S. national anthems. The Red Wings' own Karen Newman.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriots love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does their star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
In 2004, the Flames opened the second round here in Detroit. They won the first game and went on to eliminate the Red Wings. Wing fans hoping to eliminate that memory tonight in Game 1 of the opening round. With the call tonight, Don Whitman and Drew Remender. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Steve. Hi, everybody. Mika Kiprasov was a star 2 years ago. Only 2 goaltenders this year played more games than Kiprasov. Marty Brodeur and Roberto Luongo. Kiprasov guarding the nets for the Calgary Flames, and Dominik Hasek in goal for the Detroit Red Wings. His last playoff start, the final game of the 2002 playoff series, almost 5 years since he started a postseason game. Dave Jackson and Mick Magoo are the referees. Greg Dvorsky and Thor Nelson are the linesmen. Lidstrom tried to play it in off Datsuk. It bounces to Iginla. Iginla, high shot, bounces off the glass, ricochets to the line and out. Stewart unable to keep it onside. Stewart playing the left defensive position tonight in the absence of Robin Regier. Iginla has it behind the net. Iginla trying to kick it up along the boards. Tanguay had gone to the front of the net. They couldn't get the puck to him. Now it comes loose. Zetterberg back in the lineup, moves it ahead to Holmstrom. A soft dump in that is played off the boards up to the line by Kiprasov. Matthew Schneider settles things down back in his own zone as both teams change up. Lilia plays it down into the Calgary zone. Dion Phaneuf flips it up along the boards, and Lombardi will play the puck to center. Schneider back after it. Pass knocked down in the neutral zone, now picked up. And the fans react, thinking there should have been a penalty call there, as Dan Cleary was upset as he came in across the line. Solid check by Schneider on Lombardi as the puck goes to the opposite corner. Lang has it there for the Red Wings. He tries to go cross ice, and there is a penalty call now with a minute and 26 seconds gone in this opening period.
And there may be more after that exchange between Michael Samuelsson and Dion Phaneuf. Mick Magoo will have the call. Well, just the one. Just the one as Christian Huselius goes to the box. Mick Magoo signals slashing. And just the tap on the hands by Christian Huselius is enough for Mick Magoo to make the call. If you watched the games last night on Hockey Night in Canada, you saw the referees were very stringent in their application of the rules.
Well, if the stick gets up above parallel, they're going to call a penalty, aren't they?
Absolutely. I was talking to Bill McCurry. It was after we did the game in in Long Island with Ottawa and the Islanders. We're just talking about the standard of enforcement, what the referees are required to call by the league, and that is that stick comes up parallel, makes contact with the opposing player, it's going to be blown.
The Red Wings with the number 21 ranked power play during the regular season. Calgary ranked number 22 in penalty killing. Lidstrom starts out of his own zone. Moves it ahead to Datsuk. Datsuk goes rink wide for Zetterberg. He has problems handling it. Stefan Yell has time and room, and he flips it to the Red Wing line. Samuelsson will fire it in. It ricochets around the boards. Holmstrom tried to knock it out front, but Yell was the only player there, and he drives it the length of the ice.
A neat little play, good idea, but there wasn't any support for the Detroit Red Wings in the middle of the ice. Calgary Flames, as soon as Detroit enters the zone, they are bringing pressure.
Datsuk, who has gone a long time without a postseason goal, trying to set up the attack. Back to Lidstrom at the point. Lidstrom dumps it into the corner, back to Lidstrom. Lidstrom lets the shot go through traffic, knocked down in front, loose puck, and it's cleared off to the boards by Zuzin. Back at the line, Lidstrom again. Zetterberg takes a shot from a sharp angle. That ricochets wide, back to the point. Samuelsson, through traffic, has his shot deflected wide of the goal. Back of the net, Zuzin pushes it up along the boards, pinching in from the point. Samuelsson couldn't keep it onside. Here's Conroy winding up, and Hasek got a piece of that. Conroy again, backhand shot, and how did Hasek stop that one?
It's a nice breakout by the Calgary Flames, shorthanded, and they go on the attack, 2-on-1. Primo, smart thing, feeds it off to Conroy, drives the net, shot on net, and then Conroy and Primo get after the puck. And a dynamite save by Dominik Hasek, falling over earlier on the power play. Thomas Holmstrom sets up in front. Nick Lidstrom is the quarterback. Lidstrom so good at shooting the puck off the net, finding that shooting lane, able to get that puck towards Thomas Holmstrom. That's all that Nick Lidstrom wants to do, get that screen man in front.
Brett Warner from the point has his shot knocked down. The Red Wings break out 4-on-2, lying across the line. Calder couldn't get a shot away. Puck comes back to the point. Schneider with a blast, and Kiprusoff has got it. He holds it for a whistle.
Yeah, tough situation for the Calgary Flames. They win the draw shorthanded in the opposing zone, and the shot gets blocked. You've got to make sure you get shots through. Shot from the point. Deflection almost in front. Mika Kiprusoff early looks very sharp. And how do you know? Because he's on top of the crease. He's outside the blue. You listen to Kelly Rudy talk last night about Roberto Luongo. He mentioned always being outside the blue, be challenging.
13 seconds remaining in the penalty to Huselius.
Be a key to watch face-offs tonight. Detroit Red Wings have been one of the best face-off teams in the league all year long. Calgary Flames aren't shy in that department either. Very quick and very tough on the draws.
The draw comes back to the line. Schneider lets a shot go. It hit a leg. Puck flipped out into the neutral zone. The final seconds in the Huselius penalty ticking away, and he now steps out of the penalty box as Hammerlick goes back into his own zone after him. Hammerlick pressured early. The Flames, however, are able to move it ahead to Huselius. He'll dump it in. Went after it himself, still trying to control it, gets knocked down in front of the net. Puck goes to the corner. Lombardi feeds it back to the point. Phaneuf with a shot that goes off a leg up into the netting, and up at the point. Phaneuf involved in a bit of a shoving battle there with Kyle Calder.
You see that more and more with Dion Phaneuf. Young guy, second year in the NHL, and you see a lot more teams now going after Dion. They want to try to bring the physical game to Dion Phaneuf instead of letting Dion dictate that. He is so good with open ice hits. He is so tough along the boards, and a lot of teams now are trying to get in his face a little earlier.
16-12 remaining in this still scoreless opening period, game one of this series. They'll play again on Sunday afternoon, and we'll have it for you on Hockey Night in Canada. Draper dumps it to the corner. Hale goes back after it along with Draper. A battle for the loose puck. Zuzan now trying to move it up along the wall. Does get it out into the center ice area. Tanguay makes a move at the line, and in the process, Conroy went ahead of the play offside.
Calgary Flames are going to try to keep things simple, and sometimes a breakout, all it is just touching the puck, touching the puck. Hale to Zuzan, who gets open. Another chip of the puck along the boards. Those are three soft little passes with great support by the Calgary Flames in order to get out of the...
Well, the Calgary Flames had the worst road record of any playoff team this year. 13 wins, 20 losses, and 8 ties. Hasek stops it back to the net for Chelios. Chelios moves it up along the boards to Franzen. He couldn't go anywhere with it. Puck winds up in the skates of Amande. He wasn't sure just where that puck was. Had to go back into the neutral zone to try and reset the attack for the Calgary Flames. A steal.
Close for Tony Amante.
But Amande couldn't, after taking it away from Lebda, do anything with it. Lebda now brings it in across the line. He drops it for Franzen. Franzen in front, they score! Valtteri Filppula.
The key is the drive to the net. Dish the puck off and then drive to the net. That's Lebda, the defenseman, driving the net. That drives back Brad Stewart, and that leaves open Filppula to get the puck. There's so many red jerseys going to the net. Brad Stewart's got to make a decision. I got to take the most dangerous man, which is Lebda. That leaves Filppula wide open. Kiprusoff has got to deal with a lot of traffic going to him and a quick release. And Detroit's on the board early.
4:51, the Red Wings get the opening goal. Filppula, the marksman. Now it's Lilja. Dumping it in. Kiprusoff back of the net, playing it up along the boards. Nielsen decides to reverse things to Warner. Nielsen gets it again. Trying to find some skating room. He banks it off the glass and out into center ice. Lilja, and attempting to clear, had problems with a bouncing puck, and now Schneider is being pressured by Moss. Moss goes after the puck. He bumps with Lilja. And Moss in his NHL debut in Los Angeles scored a goal. As a matter of fact, he scored goals in his first 3 NHL games. Here's a steal. In across the line, Huselius. He gets it in for Langko, and Langko's shot up high on Hasek, and the puck is dumped down the ice. Filppula from Franzen and Lebda. The goal for the Red Wings at 4:51 of this opening period. Draper having problems controlling the puck as he deflected it down into Calgary territory. Huselius dumps it to the corner, racing in after it. Langko, he left it there for Lombardi, but Lombardi couldn't do anything with it. Cleary dumps it to the corner, and back after it goes Hale. Cleary bumps with Hale. The native of Newfoundland draws a round of applause from the crowd here at the Joe Louis Arena. At the side of the net, Holmstrom controlling, plays it back to the point, but the Red Wings were in the process of making a change and nobody was on the line. Zetterberg starts up ice, throws it wide. Holmstrom couldn't handle the pass. Brett Warner is taken in hard against the boards. The puck flipped ahead as Gimlin gets in across the line, and there's a penalty call coming up with 13:11 remaining in this opening frame. A second straight penalty to the Flames. Alex Tanguay goes off for holding at 6:49.
On the left side of the frame, Alex Tanguay, just a little hold up to try to gain some space to get in on the attack. That gets called by Mick Magoo. Jim Playfair now seeing his team shorthanded, as you mentioned, Don, for a second time. The goal scorer, Valtteri Filppula. I'm going to struggle with that all series long.
Talking to him this morning, he's a native of Helsinki. He said back in Finland he has never had the opportunity to play against Mika Kiprusoff. He said behind Timo Solani, Kiprusoff is probably the biggest name in hockey in Finland. Of course, Jari Kurri was the first really big star that the Finns sent to North America. Lidstrom on the power play, leading. The Red Wings have to regroup. Played in off Zetterberg. He other side. Holmstrom made contact with a high stick.
Flames trying to knock that puck out of the air. You're trying to do anything you can in your own zone when you're man down. Try to get control of that puck. Just knock down Rhett Warner out of the air, and that brings the face-off back down in the Flames zone. Mike Babcock, nobody has won more games than this guy in the playoffs this year as far as coaches go.
The highest winning percentage, 17-10, is Babcock's record in postseason play this year, coming into this season.
Don't forget he had that great run with the Anaheim Ducks years ago to go to the finals.
Schneider from the point, his shot just goes wide. Flip past Samuelsson, and Schneider will retreat back into his own zone. Primo out there in a penalty killing role. He goes to the Calgary bench now as they change up. Hudler back to Schneider, and that's an easy save for Mika Kiprusoff.
Take those all night. Matthew Schneider and Nick Lidstrom, two guys very dangerous on the point for the Detroit Red Wings. Matthew Schneider had a heck of a year this year.
Hello. Lang to take the face-off. The Red Wings led the league in face-off percentage this year. Fed back to the point. Lidstrom dumps it off to Lang. Lang back to Lidstrom. His shot hits a leg. And the Flames are successful in clearing the zone. Again, they change up on the penalty killing unit. This is Lang trying to set up. Lang looks to the front of the net. Couldn't get it to anybody there. Now it comes out front. Lidstrom shot and scores! A bouncing puck that deflected past Kiprusoff.
Not the way the Calgary Flames wanted to start this series. Jim Playfair mentioned getting off to a good start. The Red Wings attack down low, and the puck is bouncing all over the place. There's not much that you can talk about as far as defending this play. There's not much you can talk about from Mika Kiprusoff's point of view. This is a matter of getting the puck out front and then getting the bounce. Sometimes puck bounces your way. Now the Flames have to regroup in this situation and try to grab a little momentum back for themselves.
Well, Brad Stewart, in attempting to kick the puck, had it go off his skate and catch Kiprusoff moving the wrong way. 2-0. The Red Wings lead it on the power play goal by Lidstrom. Tanguay battling in the corner, trying to dig out the puck. The Red Wings come up with it, dump it out to center ice. Here's Cleary moving in, puts on the brakes, looks for some help, throws it towards the goal, and it's deflected wide. Tanguay gains the line, having some problems controlling it. Picks up the defenseman. Hammerlick charging in, back to the point. Fanuk with a shot, it's blocked. Here come the Red Wings. The pass back to Samuelson. A shot. Kiprusoff makes the save. We're approaching the midpoint of period 1. 2-0. The Red Wings lead it. Blanco deflected it in. Picked up there by Schneider. Filppula dumps it to the corner. He gives chase. Comes up with the puck out front. And Franzen had a glorious opportunity there. Long shot from the point. That's directed wide. The Flames having some problems now coming out of their own zone. Finally, it's Primo driving it. Filppula dishes it off. A shot fired wide. Back at the point, Franzen fires it wide. Chelios from the point takes a shot, and that's redirected wide of the Calgary goal. The Red Wings getting a lot of shots in this opening period, not all of them on goaltender Mika Kiprusoff, but they do have the 2-0 lead on goals by Filppula and Lidstrom. Chelios moves it up. Lebda fires it to the corner. Centering attempt, deflects off a skate, goes into the opposite corner. Datsuk has it. Datsuk looking to make a play. Back to the point. There's the shot by Lebda. That's blocked before it gets to the net, and now the Flames try and break up. It's some aggressive forechecking by the Red Wings. Creates a turnover. Zetterberg out for the last 19 games of the season for Holmstrom. Penalty coming up. Lebda fakes the shot, moves in, and now the penalty call is made. 8:52 remaining in the first. 2-0 the Red Wings lead.
Back with an update from Atlanta. The first time the Thrashers are in the postseason. The New York Rangers, of course, are the visitors this evening in that series. Jaromir Jagr, who injured his shoulder in game 1 of last year's playoffs. A little better start for Jaromir here. A beautiful one-timer off Nylander's pass. Tootin the other helper, and it's 1-0 the Rangers. Don and Drew.
And it's 2-0 here at the Joe Louis Arena. Filppula and Lidstrom, the goal scorers. Lidstrom from Hudler and Lang at 8:36 on the power play for a 2-0 advantage. Pavel Datsuk in the penalty box, so the Calgary Flames have their first power play of the hockey game. Penalty call caught a lot of people by surprise. The Red Wings had touched the puck, but there was no whistle. And then finally the whistle did go. Here's Franzen with a shot. It's blocked before it gets to the net. I think many of the spectators at the Joe Louis Arena thought the penalty call had gone against Calgary.
They did, and so did Pavel Datsuk, who had the argument with Mick Magoo going in the penalty box. But It was the right call. It was a slash on the stick of Rhett Warner. Right now, the Flames look a little tight, Don. Not handling the puck crisply, not making good passes, not driving towards the net, not on the attack. And it's showing up in their game. Red Wings right now easily handling the Flames. Just want to use this to crawl back into the game, get your game in sync. I know that you can tell the coaches on the bench for the Flames are just trying to get their guys to settle down right now.
Red Wings change up on their penalty killing unit. Huselius is bumped along the boards by Markov. The battle for the loose puck continues. Huselius still trying to kick it free. It goes back of the goal, and Hasek leaves it there. Phaneuf cuts off the clearing attempt, trying to get in position for a shot. Lost control of the puck, and Filppula flips it down the ice, and he goes to the bench as they change up on the penalty killing unit.
That was good work by Phaneuf along the boards. He shrugged off a check, tried to work his feet to get to a shooting position, but still the Red Wings just would not give up on him.
Just 20 seconds remaining in this Datsuk penalty. Markov tried to clear. Lanko cut it off. Puck goes back of the net. Moss in a battle there with Lilia. Puck comes free back to the line. Huselius moving in. Shoot saved by Hasek. Zuzan, who had pinched in from his spot on the point, couldn't get a shot away. Datsuk back in the ice. The Red Wings at full strength. Huselius working out of the corner, still trying to control it. Moss moves it back to the point. Zuzan fires it wide of the Red Wing goal. Lilia trying to get away from Huselius, who's had a really good shift.
These are the type of the shifts that the Calgary Flames need right now in this game. Get down low, work behind the goal line, work in the corners, try to mount some offensive pressure.
Huselius attempted to center for Lanko. It was broken up, and the Flames have to chase it down back in their own zone. 6:09 remaining in this opening period. Lang in across the line. Samuelsson goes to the net. Calder also goes to the front of the net. The puck back of the goal. The Red Wings come up with it. Samuelsson working his way around the goal, being pursued back to the blue line, leaves the puck there, and the Flames come up with it. Nielsen banks it off the glass, trying to move it ahead for Primo, and Samuelsson came back to take it away from him. Rink wide pass intended for Lebda, broken up. Bouncing puck in the Red Wing zone, and the Red Wings win the battle for that loose puck as it comes back out to center ice. The Flames will drive it back in. Schneider moves it to Lebda. Lebda up on the left wing side. He's got Franz in there, flips it in high. Filppula going back of the net, still controlling it. Now it's picked up by Franzen. He tried to center, looking there for Hudler. They battle for the puck in the corner. Just under 5 minutes remaining in this opening period. Filppula being worked over, and a penalty call coming up against the Calgary Flames. Franzen is then knocked down. Hudler in the corner trying to get to that loose puck, and finally it's touched by the Flames, resulting in the whistle. The Flames will be shorthanded for the third time in this opening.
Craig Conroy in the box. 2 minutes for holding, working down low. The centerman comes down to help the defense. A little switch off. Filppula hard along the boards. Conroy takes his hand off and gets 2 for holding Filppula.
Well, Daryl Sutter relinquished the coaching reins to his assistant Jim Playfair this season. Daryl's been busy on this road trip. He took in a junior game last night in Kitchener. Is going to watch the American Hockey League affiliate Omaha play tomorrow night before returning to Detroit Saturday. Said to him earlier at playoff time, "Do you miss not being on the bench?" And he just smiled.
Yeah, just smiled and kind of to himself there. You know better than to ask that question. There's nobody more intense than that man.
Datsuk dishes it off, intercepted by the Flames, and Stefan Yell drives it the length of the ice. 4:20 remaining in this first period as Schneider leads the attack for the Red Wings. Zetterberg having problems trying to pick up the puck. Warner is there. The puck bounces out in front of the net, and Kiprasov had to quickly dive on it. Back at New Jersey, and you can now pick that up. Now streaming live, the opening game in that Eastern quarterfinal series.
You just be like the guys in the truck. You're watching 3 games at once, 2 games at once right now. Outstanding.
Zuzan unable to clear. Now gets some help from Hammerlick, and Hammerlick celebrating his 33rd birthday today. Lobs it high down the ice back into the Red Wing zone. 1:08 remaining in the penalty to Conroy. Samuelsson fires it in. Kiprasov back of the net, trying to play it up along the glass. Couldn't get it past the Red Wing player. Now it comes back to the line. Samuelsson lets the shot go. It bounces off a leg, and the Flames quickly move it ahead. Lombardi trying to drag it through. Lombardi takes the shot, and Hasek came sliding across with him. There's going to be a penalty call against the Red Wings, and it will be Samuelsson going on.
A forward on defense against the guy who scored 4 shorthanded goals this year. That's a tough call for anybody. Matthew Lombardi blocks the shot, then jumps up and goes on the attack. Boy, that's a tough one. You're Michael Samuelsson. You've got a little bit of an argument right there. But nevertheless, it helps the Calgary Flames. In 41 seconds, they'll be on the power play.
Well, that was a topic that many players were quite willing to discuss this morning. That in the opening round, in the opening games last night, they thought the officials were calling everything.
They took notice, didn't they?
Here comes Datsuk. His shot, and that's held by Kiprasov. In the last 3 years, Datsuk, who just signed that big contract on April the 6th, a 7-year deal, he has not scored in the last 3 playoff seasons.
And the pressure is on. But Mike Babcock, head coach of the Detroit Red Wings, looking at his numbers, he says, yeah, you know what? There have been problems with Pavel not putting the puck in the net. Last year he got 3 points, no goals. But Mike Babcock thought he was dominant last year in the series against Edmonton. He said just because the puck didn't go in didn't mean he didn't play well.
And he had a very strong finish in the second half of this 2006-2007 season. I think points in 32 of 36 games to close out the regular campaign. Mike
Babcock was heavy in his praise today of Pavel Datsuk. Some of that may be, yeah, a coach trying to coach through the papers in a positive way. But he also said, you know what, Pavel Datsuk is such a complete player. We thought when we first got here, he was a highlight reel guy. Really going to be great with the puck and do something really tremendous when he's got the puck and he's on the offensive threat. But no, he does everything well. He's so supportive of Pavel, and he thinks it's just going to be a great year for him in the playoffs.
Franzen drops it off for Draper. He tried to feed it back to the point. It's dumped in wide of the goal. And in 5 seconds, a power play of 1 minute and 20 seconds for the Calgary Flames. And they now have the man advantage as Iginla comes in across the line. Played back to the point to Hammerlick. Hammerlick moving in. Couldn't shoot it. Goes back of the net. Iginla is positioned at the side of the goal. The puck comes to him now behind the net. He's bumped there by Chelios. Iginla feeds it back to the line. Hammerlick gets it back to Iginla. Iginla tried to dump it in at the side of the net. A bouncing puck, and that's grabbed and held by Hasek. With an update, let's join Ron McLean.
Don, thanks. Back to Atlanta, the New York Rangers and the Thrashers. Second goal for New York here is Michael Roosevelt on a great one-timer. It's a power play for New York. Straka and Yager will combine to set up the goal by Roosevelt. So 2-0 at 16:47. New York leading Atlanta. Still about 15 minutes away from the Islanders at Buffalo, and nothing going on yet. Tampa Bay at New Jersey.
2:18 remaining in the first here at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. Datsuk gets to the loose puck in a penalty-killing roll and lobs it all the way down the ice, right on Mika Kiprasov. Yes, Babcock certainly had a lot of praise for Datsuk, and he gets a lot of ice time on the power play, regular shift, and in the penalty-killing role. Clearing. Loses it in the corner. Here's Hammerlick with a shot. Saved by Hasek, and that puck is then flipped down the ice with 13 seconds remaining on the power play.
A good shot, rebound opportunity there, but the Detroit Red Wings defense had the sticks of the Calgary Flames forwards all tied up.
And they are so good with their sticks, so active. Jim Playfair was saying this morning that they might be the best team in the league, the way they use their sticks back on the blue line.
Yeah, when he was in charge as assistant coach with the defense of the Calgary Flames, he talked about cutting up videotape to show the Flames defensemen, this is what you have to do when you're a man down, when you're in the defensive zone with your stick.
And the player who might be the best in the entire league in using his stick is Nicholas Lidstrom, 4 times a Norris Trophy winner. We're into the final minute of this opening period as the Flames having some problems trying to get out of their own zone. Markov trying to hold the point. The puck finally does come free. Stewart can do a little more than try and bank it off the boards and out. Datsuk had to wait for his teammates to get back on side before trying to drive it in. Some adjustments having to be made by Stewart, playing the left point or the left defensive position in this game in the absence of Regier. Long shot steered away as Holmstrom let that one go. Now it's Amante. Giving chase himself. The puck goes to the far corner all the way back to the line. The Flames keep it onside. 11 seconds remaining. The Flames trying for one last scoring opportunity before the period ends. The puck comes out front, but the Red Wings had collapsed in front of goaltender Dominik Hasek, and Pavel Datsuk will skate it up ice and then dump it into the Calgary zone as the horn sounds to end the opening period. Filppula and Lidstrom scoring in the opening period as the Red Wings have jumped into a 2-0 lead in this first game of the series against the Calgary Flames.
Zach Parise, the young leading scorer this season for the Devils, has the first one in the playoffs tonight on a one-timer to beat Johan Holmqvist.
Holmqvist looks like he's had some trouble controlling his rebounds. He gets running around, gets a little out of position, and the New Jersey Devils, who've been hovering around the net for the last few minutes here since the power play, take a nice easy shot to the net. He seems to mishandle it over the top of his right pad. And they'll tell you, put pucks to the net. It's a young goaltender. You know he's nervous. That one squeaks through, and the New Jersey Devils get the all-important first goal of this game.
Zach Parise, the second-year NHLer out of Minneapolis, with a big goal here to get the Devils on the board early, 1-0. And Kuba now drops it for Shane O'Brien. Hospital ahead to LeCavalier, and a streaming Saint-Louis is offside at the New Jersey line.
Parise has been their leading scorer all year long, as these two teams are going to get a little frisky with one another. And it always seems to be, as a playoff series starts, two teams try to push their will on the other. And in most cases, this is what happens. They're going to set the stage.
You know, we're talking about what a clean season series these teams had. They averaged just 7 penalties a game, which is about 3 under a normal regular season game average. And it was John Madden who said today, I think it might be a little different come playoff time.
Everything changes when the postseason starts. Players go through the regular season like Zach Parise here, and you lead your team in scoring, and that's great. But when you hit the playoffs, you want to be scoring goals in the playoffs. And the same as the guys are going to be more on edge in this. New Jersey now gets the lead. They're a tough team when they play with the lead. Tampa Bay's just letting them know, hey, we're not going to be a walkover here. We're going to be tough to play against.
Colin White has been sent to the penalty box. As we take another look at the go-ahead goal.
Well, coaches will tell you, take the shot to the net. You just never know. You've got traffic in front. Sajak's at the net. Throw it to the net. Worst case scenario, you get a rebound, but found its way in, and you'll take it.
So the Lightning go on the power play, the 9th-ranked power play in the NHL, and all kinds of high octane on the ice now with Saint-Louis, LeCavalier joining Aaron Ward on that power play front unit. It comes back out over the stick of Brad Richards, and the Lightning regrouping with Holmqvist looking for some help. White for roughing at 8:09 of this first period to give the Lightning their first power play. Sent in by Saint-Louis. Cavalier can't keep it in. Richards now battling at the blue line. He keeps it in, and it comes out to John Madden, who will play it ahead. Here's a shorthanded chance. And Pandolfo just misses the goal as they head for a change. Back up ice in transition now. Dan Boyle across the line. Up the right wing side to LeCavalier. Back to the point now. Boyle D to D to Richards. Back to the point now. And they get a shot right on LeCavalier. Just misses as we return you to Ron McLean in Toronto.
Mark Lee, Gary Galley, that's streaming online right now at cbcsports.ca. Vinny LeCavalier with an elbowing penalty on Gianna. That's the way they're going after LeCavalier. So 1-0 New Jersey, 2-0 Detroit. More on Hockey Night in a moment.
The Red Wings outshot the Flames 11-7 in the opening period. Filppula and Lidstrom, the goal scorers for the Red Wings. Filppula from Franzen and Lebda. That goal came even strength at 4:51, and then Lidstrom on the power play at 8:36 from Hudler and Lang. When you look back on the 2004 playoff run for the Calgary Flames, they lost their opening playoff game that season 5-3 to the Vancouver Canucks, and then came back and they had a lot of success on the road that year, but they have the worst road record of any playoff team in this 2007 playoff season. Chelios trying to get the puck out of his own zone. Lebda now grabs it in front of his own net. Calder from a sharp angle hits the side of the Calgary goal. Nielsen starts out of his own zone. Drops it off for Moss. Moss at the line. Slides it into the slot. Yell with a shot, and that was up high on Hasek, and he grabs it and holds it for the faceoff. Hasek at 42 years, 73 days, the 5th oldest goaltender to start a playoff series.
This was a good attack by the Calgary Flames early in this period. Yell just tried to find some space where he could be available for the pass. Moss was getting hassled by Chelios. Yell came over to the puck, didn't go away from the puck. That's a good early sign for the Calgary Flames. Flames need to do things like that. Chip away, little chances here and there. First period, I thought, Don, for the Flames mostly was very sloppy. In order to get back in the game, they're going to have to start executing a little bit more crisp.
They didn't have a lot of flow going in the opening 20 minutes of play. And while the Red Wings managed 11 shots on goal, they had at least another 11 that were just wide of the Calgary net. And that's the reason for the delay in dropping the puck here in this second period. A bird flying around in the Joe Louis Arena. Rhett Warner from a sharp angle up high and wide. Puck bounced away from Tanguay.
These guys don't want to see birdies for a while.
Oh, very good. I like that. Well, the way the weather's been the last few days here in Detroit, they won't be thinking about playing golf either. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Holmstrom comes up with it. Holmstrom hangs on into the slot area. He was looking for Zetterberg. It bounces back to the line. Lidstrom very quickly jumped on it, moved in, tried to set up Holmstrom, missed him with the pass, and now Rhett Warner took a look rink wide, slides it ahead for Iginla. Iginla trying to drag it through, knocked away from him, picked up by Tanguay. Tanguay looking for some help. The Red Wings, or the Flames, were in the process of making a change back in the blue line. Now it's back to the point. Hale's long shot redirected into the slot area, picked up by the Red Wings, and Markov is able to dump it down the ice. Here's a 2-on-1. Drop pass. Kiprusoff coming across to take it away from Holmstrom.
Wow. That is a save and a half by Mika Kiprusoff. This is the athleticism of Mika. Tremendous strength to push across. He's already read this play perfectly. He knows the pass is coming across. Look at the extension of Mika Kiprusoff. Full splits coming across, covers everything low, and snaps that glove. That shot from Holmstrom, or else it's 3-0. Dynamite save.
Cleary in the corner. In the slot area, fired wide by Maltby. Maltby back to the point. Lilia had some problems controlling it. Cleary for Maltby. He had his stick lifted by Lombardi. Cleary has it. Through traffic, he fires a shot just wide of the net. Draper fighting for it. Puck comes free, and Lombardi is able to clear it out of the zone. Back after it goes Schneider. He moves it across to Lilia. It's redirected in by Maltby. Draper went racing in after it. He was upset by Hammerlick, and the Calgary defenseman brings it up ice for Langko. Now it's knocked across the ice, and the Flames couldn't get a scoring opportunity as Primo was knocked down.
Curious why he wouldn't shoot that puck.
Rink wide for Langko. Too far for him. Chelios playing in a record 229th playoff game. Not a record, actually. Patrick Waugh is the record holder, but this is a record 22nd consecutive or 22nd season in the playoffs for Chelios. Filppula trying to get the puck free. Goes back of the net. In the slot area, and a shot fired wide by Lebda. Along the boards, Amonte trying to get it out. Finally, the puck does come out to the Red Wing line. Chelios is back there after. He fires a rink-wide pass into the slot area, and another save by Kiprusoff as he took it away from Calder. 15-8 now, the shots on goal favoring the Red Wings. Amonte circles, gets into the neutral zone, has some problems continuing on. Samuelsson picks up the puck, takes the shot, and Kiprusoff holds it for a face-off with Calder standing right there. With an update, here's Ron.
Don, thanks a lot. Back to East Rutherford, Tampa and New Jersey. 1-0 Devils when last we checked, and here's a 2-0 goal for New Jersey. A beautiful setup by Gomez as Scott fires it across to his pal Patrick Eliash, and he one-times the shot that did carry him off the defender. First for Eliash from Rafalski and Gomez, 2-zip there.
Back to the line, Lidstrom with a shot, redirected, empty net. Kiprusoff again coming across to make a huge save on that suit, and now some pushing and shoving post whistle. Datsuk can't believe it.
Well, it's not only one good save, it's two great saves. The first shot was a tough shot as well for Mika Kiprusoff, not only to see but to stop. And then he just scrambles to make sure he keeps the puck out of the net. This is a goaltender not giving up on a puck. First shot, that's deflection. Mika Kiprusoff gets it, then finds the puck where it is. He's got to scramble across and make the save. Talk about a goalie not quitting. Looks down to his right, quickly adjusts, gets over to Datsuk to make the save. That's tremendous by Mika Kiprusoff. The athleticism, and not only that, the fight in the guy. I'm not letting you get another puck by me.
Wow. Datsuk initially thought he had that wide open net, and then Kiprusoff came sliding across. It looked as though Datsuk had all the time in the world on the backhand. Stewart and Holmstrom go to the penalty box as the result of that little skirmish after the whistle. At the side of the net, Zetterberg had his stick lifted by Hammerlick as Hammerlick couldn't get it out. Zetterberg trying again. Datsuk has it. Datsuk waits, and Kiprusoff came across with him and grabbed the puck.
Well, Roman Hammerlick has got the puck along the boards, doesn't get the puck out. And then when he doesn't get the puck out, he doesn't get off the boards quick enough to defend against Datsuk. Get beat once, fine. But then you can't get beat twice. Hammerlick's got the puck, he's gonna move it out. Doesn't get the puck out. And then Datsuk beats Hammerlick off the boards, able to get the opportunity in front of the net. But Kiprusoff was able to run him out of room.
Stewart and Holmstrom drawing the roughing penalties at the 4:04 mark. And they're playing 4-on-4 here. Phaneuf cuts in front of his own net, plays it up on the right side. Lombardi off the boards, he gives chase. Puck goes back of the net. The Red Wings come up with it, and Lang moves it ahead. Takes a return pass, tries to slide it back to Franzen. Franzen back of the net, trying to move out front. Franzen now gets it in the crease area. And I don't know whether Kiprusoff got a piece of that or Lang just misfired.
I think he got a piece of it again, Don. I think Mika Kiprusoff got another big save.
Well, the Red Wings have certainly had some opportunities in this second period. leading by a 2-0 score. Zuzan gets knocked down in the neutral zone by Franzen, and the puck is dumped in. Back after it goes Warner. He moves it to Lanko. Back to Warner. Warner over to the other side. Flames having some problems trying to get out of their own zone.
Now, Detroit do a very good job. They back up in the neutral zone. It does make it hard. You got to come back to pucks.
With another update, let's again join Ron McLean.
Well, Don, that fine young Winnipegger Travis Zajac in the penalty box along with Johnny Oduya. So a 5-on-3 for the Tampa Lightning in New Jersey, and they're deadly that way. Here's Dan Boyle, the defenseman, in the corner to Brad Richards, to Martin St. Louis, and boom, just like that, it's 2-1 in the first period there.
Tried to get the draw back to the point to Iginla, but the Red Wings come up with the puck in their own zone. Markov forced back by Iginla. 6 minutes gone by in this second period as Markov again tries to organize an attack. Up on the right side, and clearly is bumped hard there by Hale. The penalized players back on the ice. Stewart was looking for the long lead pass, and they finally got it to him, but he got turned around, couldn't handle it. Hammerlick whips it around to the other side. Zuzan head intended for Moss. It was beyond his reach. Schneider flips it back into the corner. Zetterberg trying to get away from a check. He certainly doesn't seem to be showing any ill effects from being off skates or out of games for 19 in a row.
Zetterberg said he was going to be more refreshed than if he would have played all 82 games this year. He feels energized, ready to go, and he went through a battery of tests to get himself on the ice.
Holmstrom dishes it off. That's it. Score!
Well, is the pressure off now? Pavel Datsyuk must breathe a little bit easier. Pavel Datsyuk is just going to bide his time. Sprints down the left side of the ice. Holmstrom finds him. Andre Zuzan doesn't recognize. It's going to become a 2-on-1 real quick. And then Datsyuk makes a hard move across and then slides it easily on the 5-hole. Makes Mika Kiprusoff open up, commit. Slides it home for his first playoff goal, and first one, as you mentioned, Don, in a long time.
Well, for the last 3 playoff seasons, he has not scored a postseason goal. Again, the Flames are having some problems in their own zone. Filppula to Hubler. He fires from a sharp angle wide. Datsyuk from Holmstrom and Schneider at 6:56 for the 3-0 Red Wing lead. Chelios from the boards fires it right on Kiprusoff. Back in the neutral zone, the Red Wings gain control of the puck again. They are winning most of the races for the loose pucks, and the Red Wings will go to the power play as the extra attacker is out there now. Chelios moves it up on the wing for Hubler. He had problems handling it, and as it's touched by Stewart, the whistle goes for the penalty call. 3-0 the Red Wings lead. They're going to the power play.
Hard-working center Wayne Primo, a little bit too much. Attacking in the neutral zone, trying to create a body check, a separation, but that little extra shot on Franzen earns Wayne a trip to the penalty box.
In this second period, the Wings have outshot the Flames by a 10-1 margin, leading the game 3-0. Jim Playfair had an interesting comment this morning when talking about physical play in this series.
Yeah, he said, you know, being physical is not just hitting. Everybody thinks it's about hitting. It's not. It's winning the races to the loose puck. It's being first. It's being tough for the puck when you're battling for it, competing one-on-one, getting to those zones, those tough zones in front of the net. Right now, the Detroit's doing all of that. That's why they're winning.
Finally, Yell wins a battle for the loose puck, and Nielsen is able to dump it down the ice with Schneider going back after it. He's back on the point with Samuelson. Puck lobbed into the corner. Hammerlick tied up by Lang. 3 Red Wings in there battling for it. Finally, Yell gets to it. He moves it up ice, and Nielsen with a long shot right on Hasek. Flames changing up in the penalty killing unit. That's way offside. Hoover put the brakes on at the line, and Calder was well ahead of the play.
You know, with the Flames being down 3-0, the shame of Mika's great heroics are that the Flames should have, after those 4 gigantic saves by Kiprusoff, been able to grab some of that momentum and take it back against Dominic Hasek. And then the Datsuk goal is taking a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the Flames right there. Like when your goaltender's playing like Mika Kiprusoff, man, you got to back them up.
He has certainly made some great saves. Hasek really hasn't been tested so far in the hockey game.
Not at all.
Zetterberg is really flying. He controls it back to the line. Schneider couldn't keep it onside. Datsuk takes the pass, gains the line, dishes it off. Holmstrom in the corner. Datsuk for Zetterberg, back to Datsuk, back to the point. Lidstrom lets the shot go at the side of the net. Zetterberg was trying to get a stick on the loose puck. Unable to do so.
A heck of a setup by the Detroit Red Wings. The forwards doing a great job controlling the puck down low, touching the puck to each other.
Back at the point, this is Schneider winding up. His shot is high and wide. Lidstrom over at the other point. Into the corner. Lidstrom moves into the high slot, drops it off. Zetterberg, cross ice pass. Schneider sneaking in, and he partially fanned on it. Lidstrom back at the line again. Over to Schneider, cross ice pass. Datsuk has it, the penalized player. Primo back in the ice. Here's the shot. They score from the point. Schneider.
That is tremendous puck movement. Jim Playfair looks down his bench, looking for a little help. Somebody step up. Puck movement through the box. You can't allow those diagonal passes up through the box because that will set up dynamite scoring chances. This puck looks like it was on edge, and when Schneider shoots it, 1, Mika Kiprusoff doesn't see it, and 2, it's doing funny things in the air when it gets to it.
Now, Kiprusoff really had no chance on the shot by Schneider as he was well screened.
Flames have got to be quicker on the penalty kill. They've got to bring more pressure. You can't allow Datsuk and Zetterberg to pick you apart. You've got to bring pressure. Limit the time, limit the space that the Wings have with the puck, because they are putting on a clinic right now.
When Calgary was here on the 11th of February, the Wings won by a score of 7-4, and as the score would indicate, very much dominated that hockey game. Here they go to the attack again. Cleary with the shot. That's steered away. Cleary gets back into the play in a defensive role. Tanguay now dragging it through. Drops it off from the point. Hammerlick shot is blocked. Gets it again. There's the shot traffic in front of Hasek. A bouncing puck. It skipped away from Iginla. Hammerlick for Iginla. Iginla plays it back to the line. Phaneuf takes a shot that goes off the leg of Draper. Back to Phaneuf. Phaneuf trying to move in. Cleary's on him. Centering pass. Tanguay takes a swipe at it. Hasek makes the save. Didn't know where the puck was. Down on his knees searching for it, and he finally has it. Datsuk and Lidstrom drawing the assist on Schneider's goal that made it 4-0. 8:57 remaining in this second period.
Couple of goals to show you elsewhere. First of all, in Atlanta, the New York Rangers now lead 3-2. The Thrashers have just scored, but we're showing you here the goal by Marcel Hossa that made it 3-1. Assist to Tooten and Nylander. So 3-1, but it's now 3-2. Atlanta has just drawn to within 1 late in the second period. Buffalo out shooting the Islanders 5-0 in Buffalo this evening. First goal goes to Brian Campbell from Connolly and Mayer at the 9:30 mark.
after the save by Hasek, Draper and Hammerlick draw roughing penalties at 11:03. This was the pushing and shoving that took place at the side of the Red Wing goal.
Well, the Flames trying to put a little juice in their game, trying to get some emotion back, because as you can understand, being down 4-0, your emotions leave a little bit. You've got to fire yourself back up. So getting a little nasty in the crease is certainly one way to approach that.
During the regular season in the 4 meetings, both teams won the 2 games they had at home. 3-2 was the score here at the Joe Louis Arena on November 1st for the Red Wings, and then, as I mentioned earlier, 7-4 on February the 11th. Zetterberg had Phaneuf all over him as he tried to drive in on Kiprasov.
Zetterberg has an amazing skill level. Another player that generated tons of praise from his coach, Mike Babcock, today. Zetterberg working to get around to generate a scoring chance by working around with the stick and his legs. And you're right, Don, he doesn't look like he's favoring the back at all. He's got his feet working underneath him. He's very quick to pucks. He's looked good early in this game.
Well, what Babcock was saying about Zetterberg, he said he's one of those players, he just keeps coming at you. Here's Franzen with a shot, saved by Kiprasov. Loose puck back of the net, even though he fell. Phaneuf was able to recover, then make the play. Lanko dumps it in. Tanguay races after it. Tanguay gets to the puck, then he's knocked down. Puck in the slot area, fired wide by Stewart. Tanguay has it again. Lanko couldn't shoot. Back to the line. Lanko gets it again, tried to go cross ice. Looking for Tanguay, he's able to keep it onside. Back to the point, Stewart, he goes to the far side now for Phaneuf. Phaneuf for Lanko, he tried to steer it into the slot area. No teammate in position, and it's picked up by the Red Wings. Lang being pressured in his own zone now by Lanko. The first time we've really seen some aggressive forechecking on the part of the Flames.
All because Alex Tanguay took a hit down low, was first to that loose puck, and that was the scoring. Well, we'll try to generate a scoring chance by being first. That's what you have to do.
Vesalius trying to get into position, back to the line. Warner. This is Conroy with a pass. Zetterberg brings it up ice. He dumps it in. Kiprasov plays it to the far side, picked off by Lidstrom with a shot, knocked down by Kiprasov. Another shot, and Kiprasov makes the save off Datsuk.
Datsuk hard on his stick. He just picked up the stick of Christian Huselius and got the chance on net.
28-11 now, the shots on goal favoring the Red Wings, 17 of them in this second period. Penalty call here, and the Red Wings will go to the power play again. Datsuk, the $46.9 million man,
Little figure eight
with
drill.
a little extra work at the morning skates. And he uses one of the new sticks developed by Reebok.
Warrior, the holes in the stick. He's been breaking a ton of sticks. So what he did, he got a new stick, and he's able to use it quite effectively there. He just stole the puck and then flipped it towards the net. And that stick is quite unique, as you see the holes in it. Makes it quite light, but yet sturdy. He was having trouble all year, wasn't he, breaking sticks?
Breaking sticks, and he was disappointed with the way his play was going because of those broken sticks. And obviously, in the last part of the season, things were going pretty well for Pavel Datsuk.
So far, so good tonight.
Zetterberg in the penalty box. Long shot fired wide. Ginley in front of the net. They can't get the puck to him. Ginley in the slot. There's the shot, fired high and wide.
Well, slot play. Ginla works to the slot, working off the pass from the boards. Got everything on that shot and just didn't get it on net.
1:20 remaining in the Tanguay penalty. Vesalius gets turned around by Chelios. And Franzen dumps the puck down into the Flame zone. minutes remaining in this second period. 4-0. The Red Wings lead it. And this is going to be an icing call against Calgary.
Joe McGinley, the captain of the Calgary Flames, is the guy that they always look to when they're down. What can Jerome do? He can change the game with a hit. He can change the game with a shot. Somebody's got to change the game for the Calgary Flames right now, because the Red Wings have been the more aggressive team. They've been doing everything right. Little bit by little, the Flames have to try to find a way back into this game, and they'll look to their captain in order to get it done.
Shot from the point, fired wide. Fleury attempted to center. It was knocked down, and the Flames break up. And Lilia race after the loose puck. Lilia got to it and fires at the length of the ice. 35 seconds remaining in the penalty to Zetterberg. This is Amante. Getting around Lilia, going after the puck. Filppula is on top of him. Back of the net. Primo comes up with it. Back to the line now for Hammerlick. He lets the shot go. Knocked down before it gets to the net. Lombardi. Primo in the front of the net. For Amante. Back to the point now. Hammerlick over to the other side. Zuzan with a shot. Bouncing puck. And picked up by the Red Wings as the penalized player Zetterberg steps back on the ice. Shot fired wide of the Calgary goal as Hammerlick starts up ice for the Flames. Loose puck along the boards, comes into the slot area. Samuelsson is there to clear the zone for the Red Wings. They've been winning most of the battles for those loose pucks since the start of the game. Samuelsson with a long shot. Ryan couldn't get to the puck. Flipped up along the boards. Chelios was able to keep it onside as he pinched in from the point. Now Hammerlick, back of his own net. Starting out slowly. Fires a rink-wide pass for Nielsen that's dumped in, but the Red Wings' Lebda is there to pick up the puck. And Detroit goes to the attack again. Dumped off to Samuelsson. Chelios had gone in deep. Calder at the side of the net trying to jam it in, and Kiprusoff stood his ground. Didn't like the way Calder was jabbing at that puck either, and took a bit of a swipe at him. Filppula bumps there with Phaneuf. The puck comes free, and the Flames start up ice. 3:33 remaining in this second period. McGinley puts on the brakes, looking for some help. Dishes it off to Warner. His shot is blocked. McGinley recovers in the neutral zone. Has it knocked away from him, and Phaneuf is back to pick it up. Hale plays it in off Tanguay. Red Wings Zetterberg. Back to the line. Now it's picked up by Datsuk. Olsen tried to get it back to Datsuk. It was broken up by the Flames. And it's Tanguay moving it up on the right side. Dumped in by Iginla. Tanguay and Iginla both go back of the net. Puck comes free. Holmstrom. Rink wide for Lidstrom. Lidstrom got to the line. Stopped there by Rhett Warner. Felix rink wide for Brad Stewart. Flames are hoping that Robin Regeer will be available for Game 2 of this series on Sunday, and Red Wings are thinking that maybe Todd Bertuzzi will be available as well. Huselius fanned on the shot as he came in on the left side. 2:12 remaining in this second period. High on Kiprusoff. Off the stick of Cleary that he handled without much difficulty. Now it's Phaneuf dumping it in, going after it is Stefan Yell. Left is on him. The puck loose in the corner, picked up there by Huselius. Whipped around the boards. Phaneuf pinches in from the point to keep it onside. He continues to battle as the puck goes in deep. Now it's picked up by the Red Wings, and they clear the zone. Fired back in by Hammerlick. Lebda knocks down a shot by Moss. And the puck is then dumped down the ice, and the Flames are forced to retreat into their own zone with 1:24 remaining in the period. Pass picked off. Good anticipation there by the Red Wings Franzen. Moss loses control of it. Hudler has it now back of the net. Penalty coming up. The Flames will be short-handed again. Going back after it now is Markov, the extra attacker out there for the Red Wings as we move into the final minute. A late penalty call against Calgary. And as the puck is touched by Primo, the whistle goes with 51 seconds remaining in the second. You're watching Hockey Night in Canada on CBC television.
Andre Zuzin puts the Flames shorthanded again. I don't like this call, Don. I think this is a good play by Andre Zuzin. Puts his man in the boards, just gives him a little shot. He should be allowed to be doing something like that. Pavel Datsyuk coming out to block the shot, unique style, puts his feet together and covers his face with his glove. If you're worried about your movie career after, go full visor instead of that half shield you're wearing.
Well, maybe somebody will detect that and fake the shot and then walk around him.
I've never seen that before in my life.
Lidstrom rink wide for Schneider. Zetterberg fanned on the shot. Holmstrom at the side of the net couldn't get a stick on it. Back at the point for Schneider. Quickly over to Lidstrom. Both of them have scored a goal in the game. Schneider winds, fires wide.
Holmstrom is right on top of Mika Kripasov.
Datsyuk takes a look. Slides it back to the line. Schneider cross ice for Lidstrom in the slot area. Fired wide by Zetterberg. Schneider knocks it down at the line. Behind his back for Datsyuk. Holmstrom in front of the net. The shot fired wide by Datsyuk. And Schneider tried to set up Lidstrom for one final shot, but it came just as the horn sounded to end the period. 2 goals in the first, 2 in the second, and the Red Wings enjoy a 4-0 40-minute lead. Trailing by 4, Jim Playfair's Flames start the third period with still 1:09 remaining in the penalty to Zuzin. 32-12 the shots on goal favoring the Red Wings, and they have been dominant in almost every aspect of this game.
Yeah, there's not any area that the Calgary Flames have excelled in. The Detroit Red Wings have won every battle for loose pucks. They have gotten to every puck in front of the net, rebounds, etc. They're the better team so far tonight.
And Pavel Datsyuk, after ending that 26 postseason goalless streak, also has an assist and has been a dominant player, certainly earning the money that the Red Wings agreed to when they signed him to the 7-year contract, the longest in Red Wing history.
I was talking to Josh Langfeld from the Detroit Red Wings today. He's not playing today, but he said, you know, that Pavel Datsyuk is such an incredible player that he's able to do it day in, day out. And if he's attacking you one-on-one, look out. He's got the ability to make you look silly. He said he does it to everybody in practice. He loves to attack one-on-one.
He's got the puck now as he comes up ice. Rink wide for Zetterberg. Zetterberg goes in deep, gets around Stewart. Zetterberg back to Datsyuk. He feeds the point. Lidstrom is there. To Datsyuk. Datsyuk goes cross ice. Blast from the point. Knocked down in front of the net. Lidstrom has it at the other point. Lidstrom for Datsyuk. Datsyuk tried to hit Zetterberg cutting through the slot. Schneider falls. Here's a loose puck. And Stefan Yell coming in alone on Dominik Hasek. Didn't really get a good shot away.
Now Nick Lidstrom took about 2.5 strides, and he was right back, angling, taking away Stefan Yell's opportunity to cut to the front of the net.
Flames at full strength as Iginla puts on the brakes. Has Maltby on him almost immediately. Puck comes free and Lilia starts up ice. Cleary gets in across the line. Dodges a hit, or an attempted hit from Phaneuf, who goes back after the puck behind his own goal. Rink wide now for Tanguay. Tanguay drops it at the line. Iginla lets the shot go. It's blocked by Maltby. Iginla gets it again. In the slot for Conroy. Conroy got a weak backhander away. Another shot by Phaneuf. Bouncing puck with Hasek down, and it goes off to the corner. Here's a chance now for Draper, and Draper got turned around as he was trying to break down the left side. Hammerlick was on him quickly. Tanguay throws it into the slot area. Langpo's shot knocked down. And back comes Kyle Calder. Calder dumps it in on the far side. Lebda picks it up. Lebda flips it into the corner. Just past 2 minutes gone in this third period. Calder has it again. Samuelsson at the side of the net looking for that loose puck. It doesn't materialize. Now he gets it. Didn't get a shot away as he was checked just as he was winding up.
That's not a good play right on the attack by the Calgary Flames. Turning the puck over at the blue line with another soft play. Got to start driving the puck towards the net. Got to start bringing bodies and pucks into the zone.
Drop pass. Huselius saved by Hasek. And the Red Wings start back up alley. Led by Hudler. Filppula goes hard to the net. Hudler was looking for him. A bouncing puck in front of the goal. And Huselius is able to clear the zone. Vilja has a long shoot in. Back after it goes Zuzan. Red Wings and the Flames making a change. Here's a steal by Franzen. Franzen goes cross ice looking for Filppula, and the puck is deflected away from him. Big change by the Red Wings as Hudler dumps it to the corner, sending Warner back into his own zone. Monty picks it up at center ice, plays it in off the glass. Primo and Markov go to the far corner. They tie each other up, and the puck is clear. Zetterberg almost knocked it away from Stewart and got it himself, but it was just beyond his reach as it rolled towards the Calgary goal. Well, they talked about the impact that Zetterberg would have returning to the lineup of the Detroit Red Wings, and it has certainly been apparent tonight as he and Datsuk have been outstanding for the Red Wings. Well, it's time to vote for your 3 stars of the game. Log on to cbcsports.ca/3stars to cast your vote. Or using your mobile phone, text the team name plus the jersey number to 25852. There will be a 75-cent charge per text. We'll have the results after the game. Of the 34 shots that the Red Wings have generated in this game, both Lidstrom and Datsuk have 4, and each has a goal. Datsuk probably thinks he should have a couple at least.
Second period, Mika Kiprusoff absolutely robbed him.
Dumps it in. Calder gets chased. Kiprusoff gets there first. Flames throw it rink wide. Ritchie dumped it in, went after it himself. Ritchie back of the net, knocked off the puck by Schneider. Those two continue to battle. Schneider attempted to kick it up along the boards unsuccessfully. Vilja for Schneider. Now he throws it rink wide. Dumped to the far corner by Samuelsson as the Wings make a change. Pass intended for Conroy. Couldn't get to it. Fired wide by Draper as it ricochets off the boards into the neutral zone. Iginla got turned around as he got to the line. He hasn't had a lot of skating room tonight.
And neither of, well, any forward of the Calgary Flames. I was just watching, you know, and thinking to myself, wait a second. Oh, bad giveaway there.
We'll get their thought in a moment, but right now with an update, here's Ron.
Yes, this is very important stuff, Don. Down to New Jersey we go for Vincent Lecavalier scoring a beautiful wraparound goal. Watch the look Marty Brodeur gives Brian Rafalski on this one. In any event, Lecavalier on the wraparound here scores the goal at 11:56 of the second period unassisted. So 3-2 the Devils there. Back to that discussion.
Well, I don't know if it's more important, Ron, or not, but the Calgary Flames are making these long passes. And the Detroit Red Wings have a ton of skating, and yet they're only making 10, 15-foot passes because the support is so tremendous by the Detroit Red Wings. Calgary's skating away from the puck. Detroit is skating to the puck. I don't think it was worth it. I think Ron's was better.
Well, I think it was a good observation. Lidstrom leads Zetterberg in across the line. He got turned around by Warner and had problems controlling the puck. McGinley gains the line. Couldn't get around Lidstrom. Lidstrom's so effective with that long reach of his.
Exactly.
Zetterberg again tried to drag it through. Couldn't get by Fanook. Wide pass. Huselius dishes it off. Langto had a man on him almost immediately. Schneider knocks Ginla down. The puck comes free, and the Red Wings skate out of their zone. Maltby tried to get it back to Cleary, but it was picked off by the Flames. Langto goes back at the net for Fanook. Fanook looking to the far blue line for Moss. It was beyond his reach, and this will produce an icing call with 13:01 remaining in the third period. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on Hockey Night.
Back with an update from Atlanta. The Thrashers refused to go away in this game against New York. 4-2, a bad giveaway leads to a goal by Pascal Dupuis. Larson and Holik draw the helpers. Dupuis' first playoff goal at 5:50 of the third period. 4-3 there as we send it back to Don.
13:01 remaining in the third period. The fans of the Joe Louis Arena certainly enjoying what they're witnessing from the Red Wings in this opening playoff game against the Calgary Flames. Two number 20s battling along the boards. Huselius and Lang. Huselius knocked down. Finally is successful in getting it out of the zone. And those loose pucks, and the boys in red are winning most of the battles for them. Samuelson with a shot that goes wide. Lang back of the net. Calder is there to help out. Trying to get it to Lang. Lang couldn't shoot it. Feeds it back to the point. Lilia slides it into Lang. Lang is looking into the slot area. Pass was picked off. Lombardi comes up ice, but he's stopped by Lilia. Lang dishes it off. Rink wide pass intended for Hoodler beyond his reach. Wings quickly back into their own zone. Hoodler moves it over on the left side. Lebda dumps it in. Kiprusoff plays it around the boards. He couldn't get it out, but with some help from his teammates, it's now moved out to center ice. Amonte in across the line. Tried to drop it back, but it was knocked away and out into the neutral zone, and the Flames had to wait.
That one should have been blown down.
I was just thinking that. I thought it went up into the netting.
It did. It went off the glass and into the netting. I should have been blown dead. Although I'm a big proponent, if it goes off the net and stays in zone, it should be a rule change that it does stay alive. Keeps the game moving.
Could create some awkward situations.
There we go. Now we get also.
11:12 remaining in this third period. Let's check the game file.
Well, the Detroit Red Wings, when your best players are putting the points up and they're working harder than everybody else, you're going to be okay. Datsuk, Lidstrom, Schneider, postseason appearance as he did for his first in the power play for the Calgary Flames, and have yielded nothing.
The Rondo game file. Zetterberg almost made it 5-0 for the Red Wings. Zetterberg has it again. Fanook knocks him down. Puck comes back to the point. Lidstrom, penalty coming up. There's a shot from the other side. That sails wide. Kept onside by Markov. Holmstrom back of the net, being bumped there by Hammerlin. And finally the puck is touched by the Flames, and they'll be shorthanded with 10:44 remaining in this third period.
Dion Phaneuf roughing. Anyone? McGinley is a little hot. Oh, it's 2 penalties now.
Phaneuf going off, and Iginla is joining him in the penalty box.
The original call is Phaneuf with the play on Zetterberg. A hard left right to the face of Zetterberg. Joe McGinley, after the play had been blown dead, that right there, the overhand right to Zetterberg, doesn't really do much, but nonetheless, I should say, McGinley gets 2. Now it's a 5-on-3 opportunity for 2 full minutes for the Red Wings.
Well, Zetterberg was the target of both Phaneuf and Iginla, and both draw roughing penalties at 9:16. Schneider unable to keep the puck onside.
The Detroit Red Wings now enjoying a good time where they'll be able to move the puck back and forth, set up what they want. They don't have to go for a ton of goals in this 2-minute span. They'll just want to control the puck.
Lidstrom gains the line. Takes his time, moves it across for Schneider. Back to Lidstrom. In for Datsuk to Lidstrom. Puck knocked down and flipped down the ice by the Flames. Hasek comes halfway out to the blue line to play it. Schneider for Zetterberg. Zetterberg trying to get around Stewart. Around the boards for Datsuk. He looks to Lidstrom. Holmstrom in front of the net. Over to Datsuk. Datsuk rink wide for Schneider, and what a glove save by Kiprusoff.
Schneider is saying that Kiprusoff made that save behind the goal line. He's asking the referees right now, this should go upstairs. Backdoor, Schneider sneaks in, pass goes through the triangle. That is a heck of a save, no matter what. Quick release. Oh, I don't know. I don't think the Schneider's got a case here. One more look at it. Shot right at the post. But no, I don't think Mika Kiprusoff let that slide by behind the goal line.
Well, despite the fact he's been beaten for 4 goals tonight, Kiprusoff has made some incredible saves. Here's a shot from Samuelsson and another save by Kiprusoff. Samuelsson has it again. He's moving in, fakes, moves it across, the shot right on. And Kiprusoff stops that one as well. And now Warner in front of the net. Tangled up with a Red Wing player, but nothing more serious is going to develop there. Calder was the man who was in front of Kiprusoff. Like Holmstrom, he likes to get close to that blue paint all the time.
He really does, and it limits Kiprusoff's ability to come out and challenge the shooter. It's very tough for Mika Kiprusoff to contend with Calder and Holmstrom on the power play.
59 seconds remaining in the double minors. Schneider back at the line for Samuelsson. Schneider with the shot, and Kiprusoff has got that.
You know, Flames actually are doing a good job. They're limiting in this last 2 shots the chances from in tight. Any tic-tac-toe plays across the front of the net aren't there. The Flames have done a good job in making the shots come from the point. I'll give up a point shot in a 5-on-3 situation from there anytime. You can take those ones all day because you've got one of the best goaltenders in the league making that stop.
Well, the #1 power play unit is out there again. 46 seconds remaining in the penalties to Phaneuf and Iginla. Stewart brings it up ice, but it's an offside call. Vesalius over in the far wing was ahead of the play.
You know, Brad Stewart got that puck, took off right from the goal.
Pardon me, Stefan Yell.
And Zetterberg, as you talked about Mike Babcock, you say he keeps coming, keeps coming, keeps coming. Zetterberg kept attacking, kept trying to back check all the way to his own blue line. He's up 4-0, and he's still working that hard.
Samuelsson drops it back for Datsuk. Datsuk tried to go behind the net, knocked down there by Kiprusoff. Then the puck is flipped down the ice by Conroy. Lidstrom for Datsuk coming down the right side. He gains the line, drops it off. In the slot, Zetterberg with a backhand shot that sailed high. Holmstrom leaves it there for Datsuk. He tried to go to the blue line to Samuelson. It was picked off by the Flames as the penalties to Iginla and Phaneuf expire. 8:40 remaining in this third period. Good penalty kill there by the Calgary Flames. Two-man disadvantage. Cleary to the attack now, weaving away from a check in across the line. Takes the shot, and that's steered away by Kiprusoff. Back to the line. Shot fired wide. Schneider has a good shot from the blue line, and he scored a goal in the second period that made it 4-0 for the Red Wings. Iginla bumped back of the net, trying to move it with his skates. Tanguay is in there trying to help as well. And now there's a whistle on the play and a penalty coming up. 7:57 remaining in the third.
Back with the Stanley Cup update from Buffalo. The Sabres had a 1-0 lead. They'd outshot the Islanders 11-1. Wouldn't you know it, though, the Isles are back in the game, and what a goal. Aaron Asham, a rocket off the pass from Jason Blake and Randy Robitaille. So 1-1 there, and just a bit of business. When this game in Detroit is over, we will be going live on the network to the Tampa, New Jersey game. It's currently 3-2 Devils. At the end of the second period, we'll be streaming online the post-game show for Calgary fans. You can find out what went wrong from Detroit, but the nation will convene at East Rutherford for Tampa, New Jersey, third period action on Hockey Night in Canada. Fellas?
Offsetting penalties to Primo and Schneider as they play 4 aside with 7:57 remaining in this third period. Markov for Cleary. Cleary coming in on Phaneuf. Phaneuf got a piece of him. Iginla comes back. Iginla lost control of it. Lidstrom has it for the Red Wings. Long shot by Draper that's deflected by Kiprusoff up into the netting, resulting in a whistle. Well, you know, Flame fans might not be all that excited after watching this opening game of the playoffs.
Sorry, Don. Great bank pass to Cleary. You don't have a direct pass. So what do the Detroit Red Wings do? And one of the reasons they play so fast, they move off the puck and they move pucks to areas and let the forward skate into it.
But as we mentioned earlier, the Flames 2 years ago lost their first playoff game and then came back and went to the Stanley Cup final before losing in Game 7. 1:20 remaining in the offsetting minor penalties. Conroy prevents a clearing attempt. Dumped it to the corner, gave chase himself, has it. Got it away from Lilia. Conroy moves it across for Stewart. Stewart lets the shot go, and Hasek will hold it for a faceoff with 6:59 left in the third. Well, at home, the Calgary Flames have been dynamite this year. On the road, not so good.
And they are a Jekyll and Hyde team. It's not like they've had bad breaks on the road. They just don't play well on the road. That's just plain and simple. They're a very different team out of the confines of the Saddledome.
And yet, 2 years ago, when they went to the Cup final, they won 10 games on the road, equaling the playoff record.
When you go around the room, you can ask the coaching staff, you can ask anybody with the Flames. They've got no idea why they changed, which is disconcerting in itself if you're a Flames fan.
Drop pass for Phaneuf. Steered away by Hasek. Stewart with a shot that sails wide. Phaneuf at the other point. Had the puck bounce past him all the way back into his own zone. Datsuk in forechecking on top of Phaneuf. Flame defenseman skates away from him. Gains the center line in across the blue line. Drops it off. And penalty call coming up here as Draper hooked it away from Calgary player, and I think it's going to be
Markov.
a penalty call against Markov here that attracted the attention of the officials.
A little late on that call with Markov going to the box. Dion Phaneuf on the attack. And then, well, I thought it was originally on Phaneuf, but you saw Markov with the second reach of his stick parallel to the ice. The stick was on Christian Huselius. That's why Markov got the hook.
The Flames 0 for 3 on the power play. 2 shots on their last power play opportunity as Schneider and Primo come out of the penalty box. 5:45 remaining in this third period. Blanco tried to move it across. In deep, it comes back to the point. Hammerluck lets the shot go. A deflection knocked down by Hasek. Hammerluck has it again. Huselius goes cross ice with it. Tanguay trying to find Blanco at the side of the net. It skipped away from him. Blanco again in front, and again couldn't get a shot. Now it's Huselius with the puck. McGinley in front of the net. Huselius tried to get it to Blanco. Gets the puck back again. Blanco in front. What a save. No, they score. It's in. It looked initially as though Dominic Hasek had stopped Alex Tanguay.
Got it through. Just through the pads. Christian Huselius will drive a little bit towards the net, drop the puck down there, quick cross ice pass, cross crease pass. The Tanguay touches it between the pads. The soft hands of the Tanguay, and it just squeezes through the pads, banks off the left and the right pad of Hasek and in the net. Well, they got on the board anyway.
Well, that's a big thing for the Calgary Flames heading into game 2 of this series on Sunday, to finally get one past Dominic Hasek. Came on the power play late in this third period, and the game dominated so far by the Red Wings. 44-20 the shots on goal favoring Detroit. Flipped up along the boards for Calder. Calder looking cross ice there for Lebda, and it was beyond his reach.
Another indirect pass off the boards.
Number 40.
Knocked out to center ice. Tanguay from Blanco and Huselius coming at 14:55. The power play goal. Lebda goes back after it. Throws it up the middle. Deflected down into Calgary territory. Kiprasov leaves it there for Phaneuf. He moves it across in his own zone. Primo lost control of it in the neutral zone. Flipped in by the Flames. Lilia gives chase. Whips it around the boards. Chopped down the ice by Holmstrom. Back after it goes Hammerluck. Zetterberg gives chase, forcing the defenseman back in his own zone. Now Phaneuf throws it rink wide. Primo couldn't go anywhere with it. However, Yell was in pursuit of the puck, flipped it around the boards. Primo and Moss battling there. Now it's Zetterberg. Gaining the center line, dumping it to the corner. Back after it goes Hammerluck. 3:27 remaining in this third period. In a 4-1 Red Wing lead. McGinley takes a shot from a sharp angle. It ricochets off the boards all the way back to the blue line. Hale back to the point. Tanguay. Weak shot. Didn't get good wood on it. Put down the ice. Cleary goes after it. Cleary back of the net for Draper. He takes a hit from Hale. The puck comes free with 3 minutes remaining. Brought up ice by Conroy. He dodges a check. He has a Ginla with him as they come to the line, but it's poked away by Markov. Enough back into his own zone. He moves it over to the far side. Blanco forced to retreat. Flips it up on the right wing boards. Tanguay couldn't handle the pass. Lidstrom back in his own zone. Takes a return pass. Slides it up the middle. Lang is forced to circle back, giving it to Lidstrom. Now Lidstrom finds an open Franzen, who throws it towards the net. A bouncing puck that Kiprusoff is forced to hang on with Lang right there. 2:23 remaining in the third period. The Red Wings in front by 3.
Back with an update from Buffalo. The Sabres are back on top 2-1. Chris Drury will score on the rebound here. Blast from Campbell at the point. Zubris and Drury combined as Drury's first makes it 2-1 Buffalo, 11-13 into the second period. A reminder, we're going to New Jersey following the game in Detroit. Al Sabatko get those Octopus out of the way, and then we'll go down to East Rutherford, Don and Drew.
Well, it took almost 58 minutes for the first Octopus of the playoff season to find its way onto the playing surface at the Joe Louis Arena.
That's disgusting. I don't care if it's a tradition. That's disgusting. Picking that thing up and swinging it around. Ugh.
Bouncing puck. Hasek will hold it. And again after the whistle, some pushing and shoving at the side of the Red Wing goal. A reminder, it's time to vote for your 3 stars of the game. Log on to cbcsports.ca/3 stars to cast your vote. Or using your mobile phone, text the team name plus the jersey number to 25852. There will be a 75-cent charge per text. We'll have the results after the game.
That wouldn't be Dominic Hasek for me. He hasn't been that busy, but I might look at Pavel Datsyuk, Nick Lidstrom. Matthew Schneider's been good.
Zetterberg.
Zetterberg's been very good.
Cleary bumped by Amante. Flames able to keep the puck in the Red Wing zone. Ritchie dumps it behind the goal. Hasek puts it over the far corner. 2002, the final playoff game against Carolina, the last postseason start for Dominic Hasek. 3-1 victory in that game almost 5 years ago. .140 now remaining as the battle continues in the corner. Game 2 Sunday afternoon here at the Joe Louis Arena before the series goes to Calgary for games 3 and 4 on Tuesday and Thursday. Cleary went hard to the net and crashed into Mika Kiprusoff, and this results in a skirmish back of the goal. Everybody getting involved, and Kiprusoff very slow in getting up.
Danny Markov comes flying in on Rhett Warner. Really though, you're up 4-1 with 1:24 left in the game, and you're going to take a crack at the opposition goaltender? What do you expect's going to happen? And Brad Stewart is furious, and Cleary was the man who was driving towards the net, taking punches at anybody. Brad Stewart's just yanking on Cleary's jersey. Cleary's driving off.
But the good news for the Flames is that Mika Kiprusoff appears to be okay. He was slow in getting up, but then skated off to the side, avoiding the ruckus that was taking place back of the net. But it was Cleary crashing into Kiprusoff that resulted in this skirmish.
Cleary kisses the puck off, drives towards the net, flipped towards the net by Maltby. To be fair to Cleary, as I look at the replay, Kiprusoff is well out of the net to the side of the net when he makes that save. But still, Cleary drops the shoulder, bumps Kiprusoff. Kiprusoff sells it a little bit. Makes the save, a little bump. Kiprusoff sells it, as you can see, tries to draw something. And then that was it. Everybody got a little upset with Daniel Cleary.
Cleary has gone to the penalty box. 46 shots have been directed at Mika Kiprusoff in tonight's game. Mike Babcock satisfied with the outcome thus far, and hoping to make it 2 in a row on Sunday. With another update, let's join Ron McLean.
Don and Drew, when Tampa met Calgary for the Stanley Cup in 04, one of the things Marty St. Louis said after game one is we didn't really hate those guys. We don't see them often enough, and that's where Kiprusoff's drawn a little hate towards the Red Wings with that performance. There's no doubt about it. The game we're going to, Tampa, New Jersey's getting interesting. Vincent Lecavalier ties the game with that beautiful goal. Again, a little deflection, but New Jersey's back on top. Zach Parise sprung here and scores the goal from Langenbrunner. Lecavalier's from Prospel and St. Louis. 4-3 there. We'll go there shortly.
But we're still waiting for the penalties to be sorted out here. Cleary has gone to the penalty box. So far, he hasn't been joined by any other players.
No, nobody's got the notebooks out. Rich Preston, Jim Playfair discussing, okay, what next? Not quite back to the drawing board.
I was talking earlier and didn't get this in, but Calgary had the 13th best record in the NHL in this season, and in each of the last 4 playoff years, a team ranked 11th or lower made it to the Stanley Cup final. Carolina in 2002, they were 16th. Anaheim in 2003, they were 11th. Mike Babcock, the coach. Calgary in 2004 when they were 12th, and Edmonton last year when they were 14th. All 4 teams lost the final series. So being 12th, 13th, 14th, or even 16th seed going into the playoffs really doesn't mean much anymore.
And neither does your performance, according to Jim Playfair, going into the playoffs. We already mentioned that the Flames had lost their 4 previous. We already showed you that they haven't scored very many goals in their previous 3 playoff games. But Jim Playfair thinks, you know what? That's history. Once that is over, that's over. What you have to work for is the next game. That's something I'm sure he'll work on within the next 2 days. When the Flames go at it again Sunday here on CBC against Detroit. It's the thing that coaches have to continue to do is just look forward, take the vision off of what went wrong, and put it on something positive.
A reminder coming up after this, we'll go to the Continental Arena in New Jersey for the Devils and the Tampa Bay Lightning. McGinley trying to move in front. Back to the point, Hammerlick. A lone minor penalty assessed against Daniel Cleary. So the Red Wings will finish this game playing a man short, unless, of course, the Calgary Flames score with 44 seconds or another penalty is assessed.
To the Flames.
Remaining in the sentence to Cleary.
McGinley. This is the time, 44 seconds left. You're frustrated, you're upset. Some people say you're sending a message for the next game. I don't know how much I buy that personally. Joe McGinley is going up, looking for something to happen. He's in front of the net. He gets cross-checked a little bit in the back. He's going to come back, drop the cross-check on Chris Chelios as well. I think it could have got away with calling both those guys there. Dion Phaneuf was in front with Chelios as well.
So there are 4 on 4 right now as Phaneuf takes it back of his own net. Phaneuf pokes the puck out into neutral ice, then it's dumped down into the Red Wing zone. Back after it goes Lebda. Lebda is checked. Maltby picks it up. Nielsen in pressuring. Chelios leaves it back of the net for Maltby. 19 seconds remaining. Nielsen and Maltby in a battle back of the goal. They do some pushing and shoving, and now Chelios and Yell are pushing away at each other. Chelios has lost his stick. The final seconds ticking away. The fans up and cheering, and feelings really running high in this opening game of the series as the final horn sounds, and nothing more serious apparently is going to develop, although Phaneuf has some words for a few of the Red Wing players as the linesmen hold him back.